Okay. And we're back. I hope you got some pretty good snacks or drinks. I decided to go with something a little more hydrating. So this is some hibiscus tea, coconut water, a little bit of pink salt, and a whole lime. Because I was feeling a little dehydrated from the coffee. I think I drank a little too much coffee today. Drank some coffee off stream, and then I drank coffee again during stream, so it's a lot of coffee. Okay. Sorry. I did stuff myself with some food. I do have some food next to me. Little Mexican, so you might see me eating that, and I'll try really hard to not eat into the mic. I grew up with a sister who has a touch of the misophonia, so I know what it's like to be told, hey, stop making those disgusting sounds. Okay, so let's get into West of Loathing. Oh no, hold on. Give me a moment. Okay. Hopefully that loaded. I forgot to check that. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so let's continue where we left off. I'm gonna lower the music a smidge because this game is loud. If for some reason the game is still too loud or I'm too loud, let me know. Because it's for sure very loud. Okay. So last we left in this game, oh, I did not mean to do that. How do I leave? Okay, great. Last we left in this game, we arrived at Dirtwater. This is our horse over here, Leela. We're gonna leave her alone for now. And this is our partner. It's your partner. Okay, good old Dirtwater. This is where Elliot and I had our honeymoon. Of course, it was a wilder place back then, was it? Was it? Well, it was while we were here. She shoots you a wink. Nice. What do you think we should do next? Am I forgetting about anything? Okay. Let's do 3. Alice says you should see the bartender about renting that room in Dirtwater. It'd be nice to have a base of operations. Alice shrugs. I guess that's all the suggestions she can think of. Much obliged. Okay, so the water's for horses only. This is T-Gun and Co. Ltd. There's a weird ghostly carriage here. Go to the Gun Manor DLC. Oh, this is something else. Did I leave my spatula? Okay. Jewel, Saloon, Dirtwater, Mercantile. Dirtwater Post Office, sponsored by LTNT. And the jail. Lot available, lot available, lot available, lot available. Okay, not a lot available past this point. Whoa, they're all saying things. Okay, this is a little more chaotic than the other town. And some regrettable life choices. Okay. Slot meat. Stage. Kitchen. Okay. Bunch of people drinking. Guest rooms. These guys are asleep. during a brawl. Okay, let's talk to the bartender. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see your new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks, I'm Wolvie. Glad to know you, Wolvie. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw the sign out front advertising a room. Need any help with anything? I'll have a shot of bourbon. I'll see you later, Lloyd. Let's get a room. That's right. Finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. Nice. Great. Room at the Jewel Saloon. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, cool. Oh, so this is... It's your bed. Partner's bed. Look at yourself in the mirror. Insult yourself? You call yourself a chicken-loving, red-booted jerk. You gain an effect. Angry. There's a postcard on the little table. Take it. You got an item. Blank postcard. Nice view from up here. Okay. What's the other door for? Oh, got it. Hey kid, what's on your mind? What do you think we should do next? Well, if you're looking to find out the lay of the land, I'd guess a railroad crew would be able to give you a fairly literal interpretation. Makes sense. Any other ideas? Alice looks pretty low on ideas for side dalliances. For side dalliances right now. Much obliged. Okay. Let's look in here. Hi, Lloyd. Well, if you're handy with the mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. I thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I see what I can do. Thanks. I've poked around in him myself, but I lost the key. This has suddenly taken a strange turn. He's poked around him a little? Poker room. Okay. Everybody's playing poker. This poster says Rules of Poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. Read one of them. One-armed jacks are wild, and aces of diamonds are double wild. Any player caught cheating must add 23 meat to the pot. Twos are wild unless accompanied by a 5 of diamonds. 4 trays of heart and 3 tons of clubs count as a backwards Tennessee straight. A full house beats a full house. A pair of 5s of hearts are equivalent to 3 9s of spades, but can't be in the same hand as a pair of 5s. Okay. I don't know how to play poker, but that doesn't sound right. Okay. Wait. Get in there. Atop this pot-belly stove is a pot full of slop. A pot stove top slop pot. A pot stove top slop pot. Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry, I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter and need someone to go pick me up some more. Saltpeter? And other things. Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp, because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. The nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. The chef marks the fort on your map. You discover a new map location. Okay. This lady is too busy washing dishes to pay attention to you. What is this guy doing? I'm gonna leave this guy alone. There's a stage. What the? A cowbell. I'm afraid to hit the cowbell. This chair fell over. Okay. There's a sign that says, see bartender for darts. Nope. Get out of there. Main points to the sign on the counter. Slop, 5 meat. Piano player is not very good at his job. You lift up the piano player's coat to reveal the hatch on his back that leads to his innards. It's locked, but it's not a very good lock. Pick the lock. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong given all the plinking and sproinging and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. Ah, I see what's wrong. Mysticality 5. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Hey, Gloyd. I fixed the piano player for you. I thought so. He sounded much better. Thanks a heap, Wolvie. I'd offer you a free room in exchange, but you already got one. Hee-ya! Hee-haw! Skills up, gumption level 2. Nope, everything's right as rain here. If you're looking for work, you might ask the jailhouse. Okay, the jailhouse. Interesting. This is a spittoon, which is sort of a brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko. I'm gonna inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside it isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspected. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit. The toxins and the filth that doesn't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something that color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the insides of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. You found something. You found a tacky, filthy covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any and you hate them. Okay, looking into the spittoons is my favorite thing ever, just because the game doesn't want you to. The old man stares off into the distance, listening to the piano. He doesn't react to you at all. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns. Which of theirs is nicer? Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? Oh, because they're women? That gal doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. They're grossed. Leave them be. And these guys are asleep. Okay. Mercantile. Hello there. Welcome to Dirtwater Mercantile. Whoa. My stuff. We can find a high vantage point. Disposable binoculars, dynamite, modern snake oiler, plum pudding, shovel, soda crackers, tooth powder, Vienna blood sausages. Oh, I can sell my venom? Okay, cool. Various groceries, assorted comestibles, miscellaneous provender, sundry provisions. Okay. So that's the store if I need to buy anything. Cabinet of locked post office boxes. One of those newfangled telegraph machines. Hi, I'm Wolfie the Husky. Any mail for me? Nope. Darn. Thanks anyway. I'm gonna wait on the postcard. Jail. Clerk clears her throat. Howdy. Are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to help, offer to leave. Offer to help. Until you find a new sheriff? Sure, if you're any good with gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there, cells are over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. Take your leave. It's a wanted poster. No, wait, you misread it. It's a wasted poster. Close enough. It's a wanted... Nope. A wanted poster if accuracy is important. Okay. Then a bunch of cells. This empty cell is all ghostly. An empty cell, an empty cell, an empty cell, an empty cell. Okay. This little girl is selling flowers. I don't want to. I'm gonna talk to this guy. I wonder if I could strap a phonograph to the back of this horse. I'm trying to do that. Oh. Main thoroughfare, okay. Howdy, nice day. Okay. Wait, what do I have new in here? Oh, the porcelain cow. You have to hold this little porcelain cow upside down because it's filled with tobacco spit and you don't want it to spill out the little hole in the bottom of it. This item goes in your offhand. +3 melee attack damage, +3 spell damage. That's not bad. Extract some venom, extract some minute. Close the briefcase. It's a blank postcard. Maybe you should write to your family back home in case you don't know how the mail works. You send these by going to a building called post office, giving it to the correspondent wizard who works there. Exactly what you want on your side if this thing has a lid and you don't want to have a lid anymore. Okay, so We should send that postcard. Write a quick note to Rufus letting him know that you've been up to what you've been up to and that you're okay. That'll be, oh, it's one of them prepaid ones. That'll be 0 meat then. Thanks. Okay. So maybe I should become the sheriff here. Oh, I would have become the sheriff. And I've chosen yes. Got it. Oh, this guy's walking around. Okay. Fort Cowardice, the Dave Yard, Railroad Camp. Where's the... My gun is too big. Okay. Let's ask her what we should do next. Railroad crew. Okay. Saltpeter from Fort Cowardice. Okay. Let's go to the saltpeter thing. Come across the corpse of a cowboy. How do you know it's the corpse of a cowboy? Well, you see by his outfit that he's a cowboy, and you see by his lack of flesh that he's a corpse. Check for useful gear. You won't be needing these pants anymore. Thick chaps. Put them to good use. Okay, so I'm at Fort Cowardice. Just like the old saying, when life gives you cannons, make a cannonade. Administration, mess hall. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across its surface, you're guessing that this desk belongs to Fort Cowardice's nurse. Look at the papers. Papers are mostly just boring medical records, dental daguerreotypes, lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, the kind of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? This looks like it might be important. Marching orders. There's a bunch of disgusting drawings of sliced open bodies. Toilet and goblin, which makes it pretty likely that goblins use the tent as toilet. Nobody's gonna go in there. Oh, it doesn't let me go in there. Okay. You hear the sounds of several goblins snoring inside the tent. Go in, guns blazing, leave them alone. This was once a reception desk, but now the most appropriate thing for it to receive would be a free trip to the dump. This cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personal records in back on the drawers. They're incredibly boring. Fine, you read one. Charles Stern, clerk. Pay grade, C4. Missed 8 days, accrued sick days, 88. Satisfied? Nope, another. Becky Smith, missed 89 days, accrued sick days, 0. Major Ezra Wolf II, killed in action. Lieutenant Rowan Hubbard, wounded in action. Patricia Smith, accrued sick days, 63. Walter Reed, fine, you read one. Charles Stern. Now you're just looking at some read before. What is wrong with you? I still need a... In general, this is a door. More specifically, it's a door to the general's office. Even more specifically, it's a locked door to the general's office. Damn it, I used my needle already. Climb up the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Climb down. I need a needle. I need a haystack. Don't want to go to the administration yet, in case something happens. Okay, let's go back to town. Maybe I can buy a needle. Maybe I can buy a needle. Out in the middle of the desert, you find an abandoned minecart. It's sitting on a section of minecart track about 12 feet long, which starts nowhere in particular and ends even less of somewhere in particular. It's mostly full of plain old rocks, not even very interesting looking ones. However, if you left without searching it thoroughly, you'd just end up driving yourself crazy later with the thought that you might have missed something valuable. And so you spend a good half an hour inspecting rocks and eventually find one that might be worth something. Unrefined meat nugget. Okay, so I need to get a needle. See if the mercantile sells one. No. Okay. Let's go to the graveyard, maybe on the way there. As you're riding towards your destination, you pass by a building in which a barn dance is happening. I guess that makes it a barn. The people inside seem to be having a pretty good time. You mosey in and have a grand old time at the barn dance. You even learn a few new moves. Most of the moves involve pretending to reel somebody in from across the dance floor with a lasso, but still, they're new moves. Yeehaw, skills up, Deadeye level 2. Okay. Here lies Dave B. Died with his boots on, but not his pants. Got boots now. Nice. Cool. You hit the skeleton of Dave with a basic pistol attack. 11 damage. Skeleton of Dave is defeated. Max level 4. Skeleton bone. Alice studies the remains of your undead foes. Hooray. Went down in theater. Mysticality, gold tooth. Dave L. died of a heart attack. See you in 36 years. Free lunch. Vienna blood sausages. Thermos of spiked coffees. He was looking to the sky to save him, but even the sky can't save a fella from like 40 angry bears. Get the dickens out of him. Whoa. Check the bones for Dickens. Nope, you beat them all out. Handful of loose teeth. Progress towards no skill. See and jot some notes down in her little notebook. Cool. Truth was out there, it killed him. Murdered by a different feller named David G. Skull with an old tag on. This is one of those things they have in mausoleums, you know, one of those big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Leave him be. Big stone sarcophagus. There's a pile of mostly bone rags that may have used to be a person. You dig through the rags and find a new thing that looks like they're worth keeping. Gore splattered scroll, human ashes, robe receipt. Some kind of ritual circle drawn on the ground in red chalk. Okay. I don't want a big fire now. I have to come back for that later. Oh, did I look at this one? Rapapow. Okay. Alright, so I didn't find a needle yet. You hear a dry cough behind you and turn to see a skeleton dressed in a moldering old tuxedo and silk top hat shuffling towards you. Gesturing angrily with his walking stick, the funeral lily pinned to his lapel is gilded, as are all of his teeth. Guess he was trying to take it with him. Oh, they go first. Almost there. Nice. You won. Grab all the wealth that the skeleton couldn't take with it and take it with you. Grit level. Gilded lily, handful of loose teeth, 2 gold teeth. Alex picks up a bone and examines it carefully. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she had an epiphany of some sort. Alice has become stronger. Nice. Manifest Destiny Railroad. Hi, are you in charge? I was wondering if there's anything I can do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh? Ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts. They were magical to me, like dragons. When the opportunity arose to take on the management of this rail line, I jumped on it like a shot. And you know what I learned? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass you'll ever imagine. You want to help? Congratulations. You're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Swell. I guess I'm the boss now. The man looks you up and down. Well, now I suppose you can't be any worse than the last clown. Name's me. I'm your assistant. What's the situation? Well, I'm sure you didn't miss seeing this giant pile of rocks blocking our path. The surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain pass, so we can't reroute around it even if we had the months it'd take. Any ideas? Well, by my calculations, we could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, it'll take a lot of dynamite, a whole year's worth, I figure. We used to keep that much on hand for emergencies just such as this one, but a pack of goblins stole it sneaky like vermins. Alright, I'll get it back for you. Glad to hear it. The goblins are holed up over in Gustavson Gulch. It's a real rough place. You might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way, especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. We don't need the specific dynamite though. Any you can lay your hands on be fine, so as long as there's enough of it. She's not getting much track laid, but she's an expert whistler. He's too busy playing with his watch to get any work done. Ask him where he got it. I bought it from this gal what runs a store down south of here. Name of Buttonwillow. Buttonwillow McSomething. Where's the store exactly? Oh, you can't miss it. It's right in between a cactus and a different cactus. He points to a spot on your map. You discover a new map location. Buttonwillow's McKittrick store. Should never put her in charge of this search. Please shut up, dear. Should we get out and ask what's going on? It won't be long, dear. Wait, there's people in these? The old iron boat, yep, that's a good old steel shark. Can I get in there? Think they'd surveyed the route and had a plan for this already. I get the feeling this operation runs more on enthusiasm than foresight. Well, if we want to get any further west, I guess we're stuck with him. Get saltpeter, yeah. Dirtwater, seeing if anybody needs any help. Bunch of dynamite to clear the path. Nothing doing, that's mine. Maybe we can get it back from the goblins that stole it. Okay. So let's... I couldn't get... Oh, maybe there's a needle at the other store. You spot the smoldering ruins of a ranch on the horizon. Ominous. Discover a new map location. The Stearns Ranch. Ooh, haystacks. Yes! That's what I needed. Mary Stearns, Gwendolyn Stearns, Hethro Stearns. Between the smoke and the noise, you're guessing the contents of this outhouse are more dangerous than the average contents. Stock certificate. Beans in the pot. All of the books on the shelf are burned, but you notice something strange about the back of the shelf. Mary Stearns' diary. Okay, a single object. A creepy burnt porcelain doll. It's the work of a moment to fix the doll's voice box. You pull the string, the doll's eyes roll back to its head, and its mouth begins to move. Hi, I'm Grace. What's your name? None of your business, doll. Back and forth violently. You're funny. Do you want to play with me? That's okay. Somebody else will come along soon. You're already dead anyways. The doll goes silent. Okay. Shudders, you realize that talking to dolls hasn't been invented yet. Spooky. Oh my god. Does she want liquor? There's an old mission not far from here. They might let you check out their catacombs if you ask nice. I suppose. Dynamite, and then okay, well, I got the needle, so guess we can go towards the fort now. Okay, I got the needle. So now I can get into the mess hall. Goblin seated at his desk, repeatedly firing his pistol at the pie safe. Shooting pies, always shooting pies. Can you elaborate on that? Why shooting a pie? Yes. To destroying, obviously. Must to destroying to terrible pie. What is wrong with the pie? Bah, human will never understand. Shut up, so much angry. Looking, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed. Look, so many holes in pie safe. You winning, a pie is dead. You certain, Bean? Yep, that pie is shot to hell. You are a success. A pie is so very destroyed, Bean. I doing it? So much doing it. But now what? What I shooting now? I guess you find another pie? What? There are more pie beings? Yes. A world is full of pies. Oh no, this violencing will never ending. Sorry, being not wishing to enable this behavior. No, this is my cross bearing. I must go and continue the fighting. Thank you. I wish you good luck against the forces of Pi. Salute them. General Gobb strides out the door, jaw clenched, eyes resolute with Pi hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now? Lead Pi. Where's the... I already went through that. Wait, I didn't go through... There it is. Awesome. Okay. Oh, this is still the same place. Okay. Let's fight. Okay, so let's... Nice. Oh, they killed my snake. She heals by drinking. That's funny. Nice. Okay. Army field trauma kit, smelling salts, hard tack. Silver bullet, chemical bullet. Army field trauma kit, silver bullet. Okay. Cool. Got a lot of stuff. Whoa, got so much. Silver bullet, hardtack, lead pipe, stock certificate. 11 shares of Scott Millinery Industries, a company based in Boston. When you work deep underground, it's hard to keep track of whether it's the appropriate time to drink whiskey or the appropriate time to drink coffee. Eventually, you just stop trying. Unrefined meat nugget, just sell it. This is a set of army marching orders from before all of the army marching orders were marched back east just as fast as we lily-livered little yellow-bellied feet can go, you damnable cowards. Sweet-smelling flowers, stench resistant. Allow you to collect skins from the beast after combat, pair of silver cufflinks. First page says in a little girl's handwriting, this is the diary of Mary Stearns. The AI and dairy are crossed out and IA written above them. Oh, dairy, got it. The diary starts out as typical kid stuff. You flip ahead until you notice the writing getting shakier. Found a dolly under a cactus out back, and she told me her name was Grace. Mama and Papa don't believe me that she talks. They say I got a big imagination. Grace says the cows are gonna get us, but Papa says we'll be okay, cause this weren't never a cow ranch. Grace says he's wrong, but Papa won't believe me. Grace says she can keep the cows away, but I have to play a tea party with her. Keep reading. I don't like this kind of tea party, but Grace says it's important to keep the cows away. Mama was sad that they couldn't find Effie. Papa said she's been gone so long and they should put a cross up, but Mama won't let him because she thinks she'll come back. Papa said she's only 11, how far could she have gone? And Mama started crying again. Don't want to play tea party anymore, but Grace says I has to. Papa was out 2 days looking for Joey, but of course didn't find him. Mama cries so much. I tried to tell her him and Effie are helping keep the cows away, but she don't understand. I told Grace I'm not playing tea party again, but she says I gotta, and if I don't, cows will eat all three of us. She said either I get Mama or Papa to play, or else I gotta play by myself. That's the last entry. That's not creepy whatsoever. Okay. Army. This kit only contains materials for treating physical trauma. For the mental kind, you're better off sticking to whiskey. In combat, okay. This is a bottle of foul-smelling ammonia crystals designed to disgust people into being more awake. This item is used in combat, gives you an additional action point when used in combat. Okay. Smoking chrysanthemum. Flower apparently still has a lot of smoldering to do. This item goes on your lapel. Oh. What does the gilded lily do? You know, they say this is not a thing you should do, but it looks pretty great. This item goes on your lapel. 3 plus Moxie. Or 2 spell damage. Handful of loose tooth. Gore plastered scroll. The scroll is almost too covered in blood and viscera to read. Lucky for you that you've gotten all that practice reading inside a dog. You scrape the largest of the giblets off of the scroll and read it. It says to take a pile of human ashes, spread them out in the shape of a person inside a red chalk virtual circle, then sprinkle them with stardust and place a mostly perfect or better glass sphere where the heart would be. Anyways, that's the gist of it. The actual text has a lot more these and thous and such as like that, but there's a bunch of weird gibberish you're supposed to say out loud while you're doing it. Okay. Muscle. Okay. Military grade whiskey. This is a special kind of government whiskey designed for soldiers in the field. It's fortified with all sorts of vitamins and things and can be used in a pinch to sterilize, or at least make the victim feel better about a battle wound. Whoa. Snake medicine. Crowbar. Blackened beans. This is a plate of beans that got left in the fire for weeks. They're still edible, but you could also probably use them as stove fuel in a pinch. You should call it a locket on account of how it was lucky to escape that fire. The lock on this locket reminds you why they call it a locket. Rope receipt. There are 150 black silk robes. Sounds pretty ominous. It's time you start gathering clues about the whole perambulating death situation that's going on around these parts. Grab a notebook and paperclip the receipt to the first page. You got an item. Necromancer Journal. Skull with an old tag on it. This skull has a little paper tag tied to it, which has inter-cemetery loan to one side and some notes on the other. The tag on this skull has a serial number and says it was borrowed from the Submission Catacombs on February 19, 1886. Geez, this thing is really late. Demi-Culverin Cannonball. Consumables, okay. Couple consumables. Okay, cool. Guess I could eat something. Oh, that's right. No, I fought them already. Never mind. Okay, so you notice trails of burnt vegetation off the side of the trail, which can only mean one thing. A hell calf is grazing nearby. Those are the cows, right? What's this? Sniff it. Smelling salts. Nice. Put that abominable calf out of its misery. Glamour level. Tainted milk. 38 meat. You skin the cow with your trusty knife. Extra thick leather. Moo. That's pretty cool. Okay, hold on. Let's pause for a moment. It's pretty bright in here right now. Okay. Bunch of laden with various goods. The woman behind the counter stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestures at the goods she's got for sale. A length of rope, can of oil, cheap tequila, cheap whiskey, cheap wine, disposable binoculars, hammer, handful of nails, mind your meat, modern snake oil, needle. I don't think I have any needles. There was something I could sell. Because I couldn't use it anywhere else. What was it? Unrefined meat. Unrefined meat and the stock certificate. Okay, unrefined meat and the stock certificate. I wonder if different places... Okay, I'm gonna write this down. That it sells for 192 meat at... Where are we? Buttons Willow. Just in case it sells for a different price elsewhere. Let's go back to Dirtwater. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and a broken pair of spectacles. Looking like a family of specially literate homesteaders met an untimely end here. Look through the wreckage. Pour over the detritus and manage to find exactly one book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Modern snake oiler. He's selling some dynamite. Okay, so this just sells for 192. Okay, I'll sell it for 192. And now he's selling it for 1,920. Wow. I'm gonna buy some dynamite. Just to have handy. Okay. My dynamite. That's old Ellsbury, a tragic fella here. He was a writer and a poet, came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories, fantastical like. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean. He saw something that made him stop telling his weird tales, made him stop talking near completely. Come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. He seems to calm him down. As long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fellow. Okay. So, no up here. Just wanted to say hi. Well, best be getting back to work. She calls us if say you should be doing something more important. Okay. Well, I guess let's go. To the Gustavson. Someone left a bundle of dynamite on the ground. You approach it cautiously, verifying that it's either wired to a detonator nor connected to an actively sparking fuse. What an odd and dangerous thing for someone to leave lying around. Take it. Fancy dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello. Being a mayor, welcome. Now going away, please. The goblin seems friendly, but blocks your entry into the gulch. Gobble tongue, fight. Can I not come in? Sorry, only for goblins being very private. Whoa! Wait, no, heal her. Can I not heal her? $66, Jesus. see what I can do here. Can't heal her. Damn, I can't heal her. I'm gonna have to use so much of my dynamite to do this. Damn it. Okay. You got the crap beaten out of you by a goblin in a fancy top hat. You gain an effect, angry. Ow. No more than the next door doctor. Weird little fellows, mainly keep to themselves, reproduce via spores, kinda excitable. My husband learned a little of their language just for fun. It sounded like gobbledygook and exclamation points to me. Oh yeah. Let's go do that. Because this guy is tough. See a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. Right at the side of impact and find a meteor. Whoa! Nice. That's a lot of meat. Alright, I'm a little hungry. Gonna take a bite. Gumption. Okay, the next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called a murder pepper because it's really spicy. Because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask dumb questions. They grow in the area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around a while. You spot a small cottage on the horizon, which looks like a work table in front of you. Silversmith's house. Oh. Silver bullet making apparatus, help yourself. Huh. Okay, you can make the silver conflicts into bullets and the bullets into needles. Nice. Okay, hold on. How many needles do I have? I have 3. "90 copies of Johnny Tremaine." It's too neatly organized, like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. Tucked behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About a half of them are from a shop called the Silver Plater. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble by this point. Write down the location of the shop, might come in handy. Discover a new map location, Silver Platter. There's a note of this on the safe reading. I forgot the darn combination to this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Looks like a tricky one. Safe cracking. Spittoon. At least it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Alright, am I gonna go looking in a bedpan? I think I'm gonna. What, really? I mean, if it's just a spittoon, that's bad enough, but it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into it, in which case it's only full of rancid congealing tobacco spit. We're gonna investigate it. We're gonna. Are you even listening to me? Or are you just some sort of skimming past the text bedpan? Pretty sure there's a treasure in there and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up. I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your own way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. Turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon and is definitely filled with rotten brown spit. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Oh, good God. Okay, you plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. Now you're choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear of corners of your mouth? That metallic tang by the root of your tongue? Like you're sucking on a carotid old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. Revolting brooch. Maybe I will. So there. My favorite thing about this game is fighting with the author. Revolting old brooch. 2 muscle, 2 mysticality, 2 moxie. What about the gilded 3 moxie? This one adds to everything. I think I'm gonna put this one on. Nice. Okay. I think that's all we can do in here. Let's make it to Stone's Ranch. Find a wrecked bank stagecoach with a strong box in the back. It's too heavy to carry, but too locked to open. Pop the lock open and find a ton of meat inside. And since the serial numbers aren't sequential, the bank probably won't be able to trace it if you keep it for yourself. Awesome. I've already been here. So let's keep going to the graveyard. We've already been here, right? There's nothing else. Oh, except this. Nice. Skeleton of Gritty Dave Gogberg is defeated. I didn't even notice that there's text up here. Fires her scattergun, deals 5 damage to all enemies. The skeleton of Wizarding Dave Littlefield gives over the Husky the evil eye, using mysticality for 0 spooky damage. Nice. Moxie, skeletal bone, skeletal bone. Hooray! Okay. Wait, let's do 1. Oh, it's the same thing. Snake whip. Cool. Okay. He went over there. You hear a rustling sound and trace it to a small gulch nearby. Peeking over the edge, you see a goblin rustling around in the brush. Presumably it's Gulch Goblin Rustler. Always kind of assumed that referred to a different sort of rustling though. He looks up at you and makes some angry sounding goblin noises. Goblin sandwich. 34 meat, sweet. At this point, I'm just looking for that pepper. Hey, Hornswoggling level 2. Dynamite Dance discount Dynamite Dare House. Go there now. What? Okay. A year supply of dynamite, 5,000. Which do I have? Let's buy 10 and use that to campsite off in the distance that appears to have been very comprehensively trampled to ruin. You discover a new map location. Destroyed campsite. Go there now. Knapsack seems like it's taken a lot of abuse recently. Most of the contents are trashed from being stomped on. You do find a dented can of potted meat though. You also notice that the knapsack has a knife sheath strapped to the side. You don't see a knife anywhere. Okay, looks like cows were in the vicinity. Diagnosis: doc, cause of death, hit by a freight train. The only tracks I see are cow tracks though. Could have been cows, I suppose. There's a leg missing though. Cows aren't meat eaters. Well, neither are trains. Follow the cow tracks for 100 yards or so, after which they stop suddenly. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest nearby. Well, darn. You hear a rattling noise behind you, another rattling noise off to your left, and a third rattling noise from somewhere ahead. You conclude that you're either stumbled into a nest of babies or a nest of rattlers. A quick glance confirms that it's the latter. Not unexpectedly, really, there is no place for babies. This is no place for babies. Okay, so there's 16. Nice. snake liver, rattlesnake skin, 2 venom, and 2 medicine. Interesting. Nope, get in there. It's an empty relic case with spot of for pelvis. Finger bone, skull. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What's wrong, sister? They came back. They just came back and took them. I couldn't stop them. Whoa, slow down. Okay, what happened? Our holy relics. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. The cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? To start with, take a deep breath and try to calm down. Okay, what's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Wolf. Now what's this about saints? Our mission is to protect 3 sacred relics. I'm the relic keeper. It's my specific job to look after them. Do they call you Memento Mary? She shows you the ruler she keeps tucked in her sleeve. No, they do not. Okay, sorry. So what happened? The saints. Oh, it's too terrible. They came to life somehow. They came up out of the catacombs, all skeletal and ghastly looking. I mean, it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back their relics? Yes. And if they aren't recovered before the cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. How much time is there? Well, actually, he's months overdue, so it's probably not all that urgent, but still. Alright, I'll get them back for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a second. Are you going to have to fight them to get the relics back? Because that's probably blasphemous too. I mean, probably, but if black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out? Oh dear. The cardinal is going to want to have a very long talk about this, but go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Okay, so we have a finger bone relic, a pelvis relic, and a skull relic. No, I have to talk to the other lady. Good luck, Tommy. Okay. It's empty. Curious. Are you sure there are a lot of them and they're really mad? Maybe angering all of them at once isn't a great idea. $38. Oh, Christ. Okay. That's not good. Basic venom, basic snake. 10 HP. Five HP. Okay, let's heal myself. I don't know if this is going to be any good. Okay, that's not good. Damn, okay. You got your ass kicked all the way up to the stairs. You get an effect angry. You get so angry about losing the fight that you pass out. You wake up next morning in your bed. Dog Alice must have carried you back here after you knocked out. You're a little sore, but not Otherwise, any worse for wear. You're pretty hungry though, and sober. Okay. Second day of the rest of your life. Alright. Okay. So let's maybe eat something. This increases your moxie by 5 for the rest of the day, but it decreases your muscle and mysticality by 3. Muscle. Increases your muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 5 for the rest of the day. By 1. So let's eat one of these. You pry open the can with your bare hands because you don't have time for a can opener and eat the meat. It tastes way better than you expected it to. I'll be darned. Okay. This will increase my speed. Mysticality by 11 and speed by 5 for the rest of the day. Okay. Let's drink this. This stuff is definitely not safe to drink. Okay. You snap to attention, salute the bottle of whiskey, then drink it. Now get out there and die for your country. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Sir, yes, sir. That's funny. Okay, so spleen. I wonder what you eat for spleen. That's weird. Okay, so we did that. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back to... Is that the old mission? Actually, let's go back to the Gustafsson Gulch and try the dynamite stuff. Left stuff. Skull chips, handful of loose tooth, old wedding ring. One muscle, one muscality, one moxie. Okay. I can trick them now. Let's try that. Or what thing? What thing do you like a lot? Pies. There are pies all over out there being... This seems dubious, but would neglectful being to not check it out. Cool. Okay. Okay, there's 3 places to check out. Oh, there's a lot of places to check out. Okay, that's it. Treasure cave, this door to remain locked at all times. This door is locked. Guard barracks in Goblin. Cafe in Goblin. Theater in Goblin. Mayor's house in Goblin. Red herring storage. Delicatessen. Storage. Library. Nothing interesting. Let's go to store. No, let's go to the mayor, because he just left. Don't hear anything inside. Check it out. Shack contains a bed and a desk. It's made of cactus logs with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles that can't be comfortable. Check out desk. Important secrets on it. Read the important secrets. You learn a variety of secrets. The only thing that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is that there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105 in the storage hut. Nice. I'm gonna write that down because I'm gonna forget. 69105. Okay. The shack is filled with thousands of tiny cabinets, each labeled with a number in Goblin. What is this? Library. Crude bookshelves. The bookshelves in turn are filled with crude books. These 3 titles catch your attention. Four very complicated numbers. How to bird noise. Alice going into a seeing glass. How to bird noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate, great crested grape impression from a book, but that's how detailed it is. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it, and probably still wouldn't if it was written in English, but your brother probably loves it. Popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it Brillig Bean and tubs of Slithin did in a Wabi Gearing and also Gimballing. Okay. Tom says nothing interesting. You're quite rustling, and through the single goblin we're rummaging through a craft filled with straw. Okay. That one requires a fight. There's a mayor. No, that's storage. I already went in there. I don't know how many needles I have. I have 1 needle. Okay. Very red herring storage. Hear a couple goblins rushing around in there. Sounds like they're doing something really important. Ignore it and move on. Mayor's house. You press your ear to the door and hear somebody delivering what sounds like lines from Hamlet, except in gobble tongue. From this vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading Backstage Entrance Here It Being, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. A bunch of gruffing goblins, voice gruffing, griping on the other side. Okay. This goblin is paying more attention to their book than you, but you're pretty sure you aren't gonna just waltz on by. let's just fight these guys then. Oh, damn. Okay. Man, these guys are strong. I'm out. Yep. Dead. Oof. Okay, let's see what I can do. Oh, there was a armor that I could put on, right? That was hard. Full speed, mysticality. Okay, let's see if that helps me at all. I think it's gonna go first. And they immediately kill her. Damn, okay. Sedate for first aid. Heal. Oh, I want to heal her. Doing damage and apply. Oh wow, it's already 3. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, that's what it is? Nah, I'm gonna lose this fight. What's this place? This is barracks. Sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a goblin version of Hamlet, it's also been rewritten as a one-man show. To being or not to, or to not being. Oh, that is the question. Could it better thinking to suffering a crazy things and arrows, or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting, to dying, to sleeping, hey, dreaming maybe, but oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, what dreams having after dying? Wow, pretty weird probably. Okay, that gives me more muscle. Okay, great. Did I go in here already? Nothing interesting. Sure. You dig through the crates Goblin was rummaging through, but there's nothing interesting in any of them. Rats. Okay. So I went in there. I went into the library. Goblin sandwich. Okay. Storage. I already went in there. Oh, they're tough. Okay. What in the world are they doing? They took half her health. That was decent, Shakespeare. Yeah, that was actually pretty decent. You look around the building, but it turns out to just be filled with rotten fish. Rats, okay. Mayor's house. I already went in there. This is the theater. The cafe, I haven't gone in here. Oh, I don't have a needle. The barracks. Oof. Okay. Big tough guys. He's 48, he's 41, he's 45. Muscle. Let's throw dynamite at him. This guy. Throw. Whoa, what in the world is that? Damn, she's dead. What is that? Awesome. 63 minute Goblin Mescal. Hooray! Okay, cool. Okay, but I'm out of thingies. Okay. I already dealt with those guys. This one, I need a needle. I already went in there. I already did that. Still mad about it. I already raided the deli. I already looked in there. I already went in there. Okay. I'm gonna go. Where did I go? Here? Skeleton approaches you in that jittery, stop-motiony way that skeletons do. Judging by its hat, it appears to be the skeleton of a beanslinger. Remember that classic saying, old beanslingers die like normal people, but sometimes they keep walking around and casting spells at you afterwards. Take its hat. Oh no, oh now this won't do at all. Your posture is terrible. You look like you died of scoliosis. The skeleton stands still, puzzled, as you move around behind it and grab its shoulders. Come on now. Shoulders back, spine straightened, that's a little better. But geez, look at that curve in this neck. Hold still for a second. With a sharp twist, you pop the skeleton's skull right off, take its hat, and toss the skull away. The rest of the body scampers off to try to find it. Cowboy chef's hat. Much better. Okay, I think she sells a needle. No, I bought the needle from her. Okay. No, okay. High atop a nearby pine tree, you see a pine cone with a bullseye painted on it. There must be an artistic bird somewhere nearby. Shoot the pine cone. Nice. With a flourish, you draw out your pistol, shoot the cone, twirl your pistol around several times, and then reholster it. All without even slowing your horse down. Menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I plate things with silver, you know? Oh, thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So you need something plated? What are my options? I could plate that hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. 1 to your maximum action points. Plate your hat. Maybe something else? I could plate your melee weapon, what you're using there. I'll do it more damage that way. Okay. Plate your pistol. My actual tongue, the one in my head? Yep. Well, maybe later. So to your delight, you see the silhouette of a big circus tent towering over the pines. You discover a new map location, a circus. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. Not a fan. They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Hey, those old fairy tales, demon clowns and demon cows fighting wars in hell, right? And supposedly radio's clowns dressed up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles, and it became a traditional thing. If you'd asked me 30 odd years ago, I'd say you were nuts for even considering that might be real. These days, I'm not so sure. But that fellow there is just a man in a makeup with a crap job at a carnival. Yeah, I know, still creeps me out though. I need to figure out how to harvest. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby's Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus Sideshow, sir. How can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. I'd like to run away with the circus, please. You can't actually, never mind. Well, you came to the right place then. If you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presumably... Whoa. And presumably you can sell me one? Why, I certainly can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 mead. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife throwing skills by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. Well, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me about the food. We've got your favorites: popped corn, sarsaparilla with fancy new bottle caps, and get this, did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy. Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patent, but pretty sure we figured out how it works, mostly, more or less. Oh, the boss is real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? Oh, right, sure. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why? Whatever do you mean? Look, I'll drop the ad. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? Wolvie the Husky, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspections. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. A very serious thing. And your ticket prices won't be any encouraging note in my report. Whoa, now, hold on, Chief. I'm just joshing you. Come on. You know how clowns do. So what's the actual fee? 500 meat. I don't know if I want to spend 500 meat on this. I'll be back. Okay. So I found this place. Oh, let's go here. Looking for a needle. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, property of Fort Aldid Library. Dig through the bags. Modern snake holder. The bag is full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You do find one specific interest to you, though. Doesn't seem to notice me. Whoa, what is this? This mass grave is absolutely teeming with those skeletal riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting out, but you could definitely jump in there if you were itching for a fight. There's one wandering at the end of the pit nearest you. Toya left their knapsack behind. Cryptic note about Lee lines. There's also an evil-looking leather-bound tome. Introductory next Mex. Last thing is a little diary which you decide to leave in there in case the owner comes back looking for it. Read it. Seems to have been written by one of the necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning on abandoning their station and reporting back to the necromancer, but the entry ends abruptly in the middle of a sentence. Fascinating. What's that stench resistance? Old patrol cap. What was I holding in here? Melee attack, spell damage. Nice. Nice. Wait, there's a door in the back. You pick up a can at random with the label jellied bat guano a la mode. Blech. Smoked spiders in syrup, pickled grubs in water, brandied vulture feathers foul. Smoked termites and soda, nauseating. Smoked chalk and soda, roasted termites with capers. Okay. Sugared vulture feathers, pressed glands, grilled dandruff, pressed mildew, grilled fish eyes and soda, pure chalk. This is disgusting. Okay. There's nothing else. No, there's something I can take. I have to do something about this immediately. Any ideas? The only way I can think of get rid of all these things, all that would be poison them somehow. That isn't very doctorly. Well, you never heard of vaccination? Look, would you rather fight an army of skeletons all at once or find a way to slip something into their food supply nice and quiet? I guess I could... No, that's hard. Doesn't give me doesn't give me a choice to poison them. I wonder if I need to carry the poison in my hand. Used in combat. Tainted milk. No. I don't see a way to do that. I only have one. chemical bullet. The remains of undead foes. Her eyes light up. Evidently, she had an epiphany of some sort. Loathing has become stronger. Okay. It looks like there's not much I can do. I'm gonna go back home. You catch a whiff of something that makes your eyes water. You trace it to a source, a vividly colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southeast-western murder pepper that feller Jewel was looking for. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. You toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. Southeast-western murder pepper. Nice, a big one. That'll last a while. Good going. Oh, so if you're still looking for stuff to do, I need someone to check my mail. I ordered a new sauteed knife, but I haven't got time to go fetch it myself. Use the key to my post office box. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna stop here for the day. My wife is on her way home. And I think I've done as much as I could. Looks like Dirtwater is a big... Well, I mean, Dirtwater has a bigger map than Boring Springs. So I think we'll stop here. We've got a lot of stuff this time. Like, so many things. And I run out of needles so quickly. So I need to figure out a way to make more using the silver bullets. I have 4 silver bullets now, so that might get me a few needles. But I think we'll stop here. For those of you watching, thank you so much for watching today. I will be on again tomorrow. Just because I played Cozy Grove first and then this, I think I might do the same thing tomorrow. Because Cozy Grove, I think it would be an easier game to play if I played it daily. So I think we'll do that again tomorrow. And then Thursday, I'm not streaming because my wife is off for a holiday. And then Friday, I'm gonna do Strange Antiquities, which I'm looking forward to quite a bit. So I think we'll stop here. Does it immediately save? It should immediately save, right? I don't have to... Oh, I can sleep. Go to sleep, you dream that you're locked in jail with an angry bear while fleeing from a sword. Weirdly, you hear Rufus whisper your name. You wake up drenched in sweat. Well, okay then. You wake up refreshed and restored and hungry and sober. Oh. Cool. Okay, so I can sleep at any time. Awesome. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, I think we'll stop here. Thank you for joining me. I streamed for about 4 hours, so that's good. That's exactly what I wanted to do today to get back into the swing of things, so that works. Alright, well, if you want to watch Cozy Grove or West of Loathing, the VODs will be uploaded sometime later today, or if not tomorrow, for what we did today to YouTube. So you should check out my YouTube at Wolvie the Husky, and you'll see all other VODs there. Aside from that, I think that's it. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yes. Yes. And we'll see you tomorrow at same time, 11 a.m. Cozy Grove, and then West of Loathing, because I'm liking those 2 games together. All right. Well, Bye.